Hi. So, by now this truck has taken us all over Colorado, but it is not my truck. And I'm sure you're wondering what all has been done to it, so I'm gonna let Patch tell you everything that he's done to the truck, because we've done quite a bit of work.
Hey, thanks for checking this out. Elias has been gracious enough to record a lot of this, so thank you, Elias. But here it is. This is my truck. I've been working on this for I think 2 years now. I wanted a vehicle that was capable off-road, but I could still camp out of it comfortably for at least 2 people. So that's the setup that I've built. Those were my very basic requirements, and they informed every decision that I've made about the truck therein. I don't really know how else to begin other than just taking you through it. Here's the front end. We'll just start going through it. I got an Ironman front bumper with a Smitty built 12,000 pound winch, running synthetic line. Got a high lift mount, which are just some little brackets so that it's quickly accessible. Then a big GMRS radio antenna that's set up to run off of the Rugged Radio's 45 watt mobile unit, and that's just handheld inside the truck. I've got of course the snorkel and the pre-cleaner from Snorkel Upgrade, and those add about 5 to 10 horsepower depending on, you know, how cool it looks, but those are the basics up front.
Can you tell us about the grill?
Sure, yeah. The Lexus branding came from a guy named Matt who reached out to me, and he liked some of the photos that I'd been putting out and wondered if I could do a couple promo shots of his grill if he would send me one for free. So I said, why not? It looked better than the old factory one, and yeah, let's go around back and we'll show you the rest. Over on the sides, we've got, I went with the white knuckle DOM reinforced steel sliders. They're rock sliders, so they've got the 15-degree upward angle on the side. And I bought those used off of another UZJ100 member, so thank you. Then, of course, you've got the awning. I just went with the Maxi Track because you can't beat $70. And if you ask me, it's pretty much the same as all the others. But then I mentioned it, but these are the tires, the shoes I've got on this guy. I'm running 33-inch Toyo Mud Terrains, the Open Country MTs, and so far I have been very impressed with them. They're certainly a big upgrade from Michelin's, I'll tell you that. Let's check out the back. Got our dinner.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. Back here we've got a drawer system that I actually built with a friend of mine named Jacob Dombrowski. He's a carpenter, and he showed me a couple of tricks, and we were able to build those for $50. The carpet and the plywood I was able to source for free through some connections, and so yeah, that's what those are. That's that situation. I built this as a sleeping platform, so that's what the foam here is, and the second row seat folds down and it's perfectly level so that one can sleep in here and another can sleep outside on a crash pad. So that's what that setup is for. And then of course I'm sure everybody wants to know as much as they can about the rear bumper. But this is a Valley Tech built by Garrett Tamirius out in Kansas City, Missouri, and I selected a dual swing out design, and he's really good about customizing it to exactly what you want and all of your needs, which is, in my opinion, unbeatable. I've really appreciated his support, but got jerry cans, and then on the back side there's a propane tank which sets up perfectly for my stove setup, which I put on a front runner table that I mounted to the back of the jerry can swing out right here. So that's what that's for. And on the other side, I've got room for a spare tire, and I've mounted the little bracket for a water port that is pressurized, so that I can take showers in the adjacent, I think it's the Kick-Ass shower awning. So pretty good piece of kit.
Cool. Tell us about the suspension.
The suspension. So I recently decided to delete the AHC hydraulic suspension. I built a very heavy truck, and didn't want it to fail. I was way over the pressures. It should be somewhere around 6 to 7, depending on front and back, and I was somewhere around 9 to 10, which was just too many megapascals. So I decided to chop that and install the Ironman 4x4 2-inch lift with the Foam Cell Pro shocks, and that's what the springs underneath are. The 800 plus pounds of static load. I initially went with the 440 to 800, and they just couldn't cut it. Only lifted the body by about an inch, so I had to go for something a little bit more heavy duty. But that's the stage 3. So it comes with the shocks, trailing arms, the diff drop, and the little stuff like the lower control arm support brackets, and everything you need. It's in the kit, which makes it really simple for installation. Well, welcome to the interior. I'm sure the first thing you might notice is the nice new leather. I reupholstered the front 2 seats with L-seat leather covers, and they only ran me about $370, and I couldn't be happier personally. The installation was a bear, but it's worth it if your seats were destroyed like mine were. Next, I'm sure you'll notice all the various accessories up front. I mount my Fujifilm X-T3 using a quick release plate for quick access while I'm on the trail, and then it's ready to go. I can snap some pictures or start videoing in a matter of seconds. So that's a good setup. And then I bought a RAM mount for my phone, and I installed a wireless charging coil into the mount so that I can still listen to music, which I'm sure you've noticed I haven't changed out the head unit. For communications, I'm running with I mentioned it, the rugged 45 watt GMRS system. And then I've also got a handheld unit which I can throw out a window to somebody who can spot me, or if I just want to hop out of my truck so that I can go mobile and still be in communication. So that's that. Then I've got a fire extinguisher on the passenger side, and I decided to put it over there so that in case it did, fall out on one of the trails, it doesn't roll around and hit the gas or something horrible. So that's for horrible emergencies. My favorite modification to this truck has been the repurposing of the antenna switch, which previously controlled the radio antenna, which would rise and lower with the operation of this switch. But I rewired it so that it actually controls the in and out functions of my winch, which, oh my goodness, it is years. It's light years better than using the actual remote, because I've got to get out, plug it in, winch. It's awful, but this is so simple.
Okay, so there it is. As someone who enjoys discovering what mods are available out there in the market, I really wanted Patch to kind of review everything, and I was curious to see what all he's done to the car, and I wanted to share it with you. So I hope it was enjoyable, and thanks for watching.